You are listening to Chicago's Black Business Radio Network. All Black, all news, all you for Friday, January 13th, 2012. This broadcast is designed to service the African American communities in Chicago and around the world. Today's segment is called CBBN Business Journals. CBBN Business Journals will feature interviews with business owners from around the country. I'm Sonia Cassandra Perdue, author of Black America, Asking Ourselves the Tough Questions, Book 1, 2010, now available on Amazon, producer of this series and founder of Chicago's Black Business Network. Join us today and touch the world. It's always a pleasure, and I enjoy it so much when I share the airways with leaders in technology. Personally, every day, I feel overwhelmed by technology. So I learned so much from doing these types of segments, and we hope that you will too. With us today on CBBN Business Journals is Mel The Catalyst, and she is joining us to get us tuned up and up class on simple social radio and more. We know that the next question is, what is that? Well, it's news, tips, tools, and tricks created to help us cut through the social media clutter. I'm not sure about you, but I'll say it again. I feel overwhelmed most days. But we're going to let Mrs. Gibson tell us all about that. That's what she calls herself when she's now wearing that cape and those glasses. Melissa, we want to welcome you to CBBN Journal.
A couple minutes with you today. I'm a fan. I'm looking over the site, and I'm a fan of the work that you've been doing, so thank you so much.
And great. I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this so much. Now, Melissa, we want to know about Mel The Catalyst. We know that you're the owner of Cohesion Marketing, which is a hub, certified full-service marketing firm specializing in technology, and you're going to share that with us. First of all, Mel The Catalyst, what is that name about?
I'm big on names, and I pride myself. That is one of the formal terms or the titles that I use in my business, being a catalyst for many things without being directly benefiting or being a direct reciprocant of the benefits. So a lot of words to just say. I like to make things happen to the benefit of whomever that I'm assisting in doing what I'm doing. So Mel The Catalyst is just Mel, just, shortcut of my name, and just being able to know that in majority of situations I can affect positive change when I enter, be it business or whatever. So, yeah, Mel The Catalyst, just because I feel like what's better than making it happen for somebody else other than yourself, which in turn does make it happen for you.
Great. Tell us about Cohesion Marketing, and what is that, and what is it that you do with that organization?
Well, that's my firm. I own it. It is a full-service marketing agency. We specialize in technology, from web design to advertising and social media and in between. Right now I'm noticing that marketing is becoming more trendy, a more trendy thing for people to do. The biggest problem that I've always seen in it is the disconnect. So Cohesion is just that, again, back to Catalyst, we just bring it all together. The marketing is never just one area. Successful marketing is always multi-level. So being able to provide guidance and tools and services in those areas, from web to tech to advertising to PR, all the things that make a successful marketing campaign.
So when you say the disconnect, as business owners, most people use the same marketing tool they've been using for 20 years, and they're disconnected. I'm assuming this is what you're saying, and they're not bringing in all the other tools, the PR, the advertising, and you term micro show. So you're saying that we're not bringing in all the tools, and our marketing is disconnected and not cohesive or connected. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, to a certain, I'm saying that as well, but moreover, we're all creatures of habit. So it's very easy to do something at one point and it leads to success, so you're going to want to keep doing it. And, of course, there are new things every day in this world. We're living in fast-forward world, so everything is new all the time. But that, and also, and probably even more so, is when I say disconnect, I'm saying in terms of if this message, and this is just example, but you might have your cousin doing your website and your niece doing your flyers, and the radio station is suggesting that you should do this on advertising, and you have a bit of background in journalism, so you're writing your press releases. That whole group of people, whether they're playing a position strong or not, even if, should I say, they're playing it strongly, you still need to pull it all together, because that fracture will be a fractured message. You know what I'm saying? So being able to pull together these pieces either by supplementing or redirecting or just creating all new, we're able to kind of better serve the individual. So definitely pulling in new technologies and new options, but also just refining what's already there to make sure the message is cohesive, to make sure what you mean to say is what you're saying.
And that you're reaching the market that you need to reach.
Exactly. Yeah, that you even identified what market you need to reach.
I think sometimes we don't know. To be a big issue. I have that issue myself. If I'm sending out flyers, if I'm distributing information, if I'm distributing links about my website, am I sending it to the right market? Because I'm not going to get the results that I'm looking for if I'm talking to the wall. They have no interest. That is a great concern for all businesses, and nothing will happen for us, in my experience, if we're not talking to the correct people. Tell me, Melissa, what is social marketing?
Well, social marketing takes on, depending on who you ask, but overall, when you say social media marketing, I mean, to me, and I love, and it's so odd, but I love new and I love technology, but I am definitely a traditionalist in the ways that matter, and so your marketing is your marketing, and social media marketing really is not. There are differences, but essentially the same rules that apply on the offline are going to apply online to a certain degree. I mean, a lot of people will think, if, for example, on the radio show this morning, I reported on an app, which is a game. Are you familiar with Words with Friends?
Not at all.
It's an app. Okay, well, what it is, and it's kind of a popular. What it is it's just a crossword puzzle that you play crosswords with people in the cloud, in cyberspace. So anyhow, somebody playing this, two couples play against each other, and the one man, basically one of the people saved him. He was having a heart attack, and by discussing the symptoms with the person miles away in this other city, who happened to be a doctor, his life was saved because his symptoms told the doctor, you need to go now to the hospital. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so it's, social is real life on offline and online definitely imitate each other, and many of the same rules still apply. So differences on technology, but for the most part, the basis, the foundation remains the same, whether you're using tech or pen and paper.
Great. You're listening to Chicago's Black Business Radio Network. Today's segment is CBBN Business Journals. I'm Sonia Cassandra Perdue, your host for this show and founder of Chicago's Black Business Network. Today our guest is Mel The Catalyst, and she is the owner of Cohesion Marketing, a Hub-certified full-service marketing firm specializing in technology. Now, tell us about your show. Is that your show? You call your show Simple Social Radio or a micro show?
Yeah.
Can you tell us about all of that that's going on with you on Facebook?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, Simply Social Radio is it's basically a vignette, 5 to 10 minute show varying on the topic, or not the topic, but the content for that day. It came to me, a friend of mine actually is in the Asa Khalifa, is in the process of finalizing her broadcasting company. So when she came to me with the offer, it was an offer based on content. And I know anything you do daily, none of us have time. So just anything is just more time we don't have. So I knew to do it, for it to be effective, it needed to be bites. It couldn't be a full-blown, it had to be segments, and the topics denoted that it must be segments because stuff is moving so fast. She gave me the offer, and it fell in line with what I was doing, and it made perfect sense because I wanted to be able to, I like to share information, whether it's for a client or just in general, and I like doing that, but like I said, time. You don't have time to talk to everybody. Not you want to, but you just don't have time. This gives me the ability to still share what I know to a greater mass of people and not really be a burden on my day-to-day schedule because I love it. I mean, it's so funny. This is just, initially it was a 16-week option, and now we're going into the next quarter. And it's hard to stop doing it because there's time that I had already scheduled to take off for the holidays, but there's so much information coming out on a daily basis that I just feel people should, know about, as well as most people don't know how to even decipher. It's not information overload. It's how to cultivate that information. So excited, just a bigger part or pulls into the bigger part of what I do at the company. And gives me the ability to give back without always feeling pressed, to put a dollar sign on the time. It's one of the newer things in my agenda right now, but I'm excited to continue to do it. Hopefully, as her stuff goes off the ground and a couple other options have become available to us, hopefully we'll still be able to work together, and do what we do. So that's just one part, and it pulls into everything else that I'm doing, gives me the ability to share information with people that otherwise I might not do or, have an option to do so.
Great. So if I go to your Facebook page, which I did, and I hit on any of those links, because you're busy. Oh, my goodness, are you busy? So I hit on those bites, those 5-minute bites. You're teaching me one thing that I may need. One thing I can listen to 5 of them. I may not need all of them, but I may certainly find something.
You're going to walk away with good. Yeah, you're going to walk away with good. It's basically news that's breaking. For example, Mrs. Obama started tweeting yesterday, or today it might have been, today or yesterday. So sharing that information so people can follow her if they want to follow her. Media know what's coming on next or whatever. So, just bites of information. Some will be, as mentioned, tips, tools, or tricks to make your day a bit better, whether your business or your personal, to each individual how they utilize it. But, you will walk away with an abundance of information that you will use. Actually, if I do say so, but definitely you'll walk away with one thing that is worthy for you to note.
And without taking a lot of your time, you could sit here, sip your tea, and listen, which is my plan. Listen to a few sound bites, micro shows. Let me use the correct terminology. Listen to a few micro shows and learn something and go on about my day somewhere. I'm going to put that on my list of things to do in the morning with my readings and everything. Hit a few Mel The Catalyst micro shows and go on about my day and share it with my people. I have a network that I need to share information with. And then I'm hoping that you will come over and join us, too, at Chicago's Black Business Network. Now, we're going to take a little break, and after that, Melissa, I want you to come back and give us some of those tools and tips that we can use for our business, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you. I sure will.
Okay. You're listening to Chicago's Black Business Radio Network. Today's segment is called CBBN Business Journals. I'm Sonia Cassandra Perdue, founder of Chicago's Black Business Network, connecting Chicago's businesses to the world. Our guest today on CBBN Business Journals is Mel The Catalyst, and she is joining us to shape us up for 2012 with some great social marketing tools and tips. We're going to take a short break and hear from our supporters, and we're going to be back with Mel The Catalyst in just a couple of moments. Thank you for joining us. Just a little bit about who we are. Chicago's Black Business Network is a grassroots business business service designed to assist the individual business owner in his or her efforts to reach the next level of service and growth in the marketplace. It is our goal to provide a platform for businesses to connect across the city and the country. This is where you create relationships that are designed to take your business to the next level of success. Chicago's Black Business Network is growing. We now have 800 plus members, and it is our mission to plant the seeds and provide the tools for growth to each of our members. Visit us today, www.chicagos, that's Chicago with an S, ChicagosBlackBusinessNetwork.com. Join us today and touch the world. I'm Sonia Cassandra Perdue, founder.
We're the soul of Chicago, WJPC.
Proud and privileged, America's first African-American anytime drama is getting ready for its first season, and they want to celebrate with you, Chicago. Meet the cast and the production team of Proud and Privileged on Friday, January 27th at the Prince Hall Masonic Temple, located at 809 East 42nd Place in Chicago, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Enjoy great music, networking, refreshments, and photo ops. $25 in advance, $35 at the door. Advance payment recommended to PayPal.com. At Chicago's, that's Chicago with an S, Chicago's Black Business Network at gmail.com. Get on board by calling us at 312-239-8835. Preview the trailer at www.storiesourway.tv or visit their project on Kickstarter.com. Sponsored by South Street Journal, Chicago's Black Business Network, and WJPC FM Chicago, the soul of Chicago.
Even superheroes gotta be healthy. Get the Sister Girl Workout Book, a graphic novel available this Black History Month at the DuSable Museum Trading Post gift shop located at 56 in Cottage Grove in Chicago. There you'll find our growing line of hot Black age graphic novels, or visit Only Studios at www.onlistudios.com. Plus, get your own Only Wears Art Star denim jacket. These one-of-a-kind special designs are available now at the Elephant Room Gallery at 703 South Wabash in Chicago. Only's wearable art brings out the art star in you. Indie today, Black Age forever at www.onlistudios.com.
She stole your heart. Now, take her breath away. Show her that you know her by giving her something from the Stella and Dot collection this Valentine's Day. Find out all about the collection loved by celebrities and fashion editors alike at yourtrendystylist.com. Style expert and online blogger Jennifer Dunn explains the latest fashion trends and shows you just what will make her melt this Valentine's Day. Give her Stella and Dot necklaces, bracelets, handbags, and more. She'll feel like she deserves to be on the cover of a magazine. Just click eBoutique at yourtrendystylist.com.
We're back, and you're listening to Chicago's Black Business Radio Network. Today's segment is CBBN Business Journals. I'm Sonia Cassandra Perdue, founder of Chicago's Black Business Network. We are reaching out to business owners to join us and be a part of this journey. Simply give us a call at 312-239-8835 for details. Our guest today on CBBN Business Journals is Mel The Catalyst, and she is the owner of Cohesion Marketing, a HUB-certified full-service marketing firm specializing in technology. Welcome back, Melissa. Now I want you to tell us about your websites and how we can contact you for your services.
Oh, absolutely. Well, the main site is www.cohesionmarktg.com. So that's www.cohesionmarktg.com. So marketing less the vowels. And that's the main site. And from there, it'll push you out to our Twitter and our Facebook and LinkedIn, et cetera, et cetera. But, yeah, the Cohesion Marketing is the hub.
Great. Now, how long have you been involved in this industry, Melissa?
Next month, I will be 8 years full-time running my own business. And I guess I started maybe in the tech. Well, I started tech because initially it was just a web design firm, and as with most of us, we tend to start your business while working somewhere else. So the first several years I was somewhere, working another job, trying to go out on my own. But technology definitely strong for the past decade. In the business, 8 years in February.
Beautiful, beautiful. And now, so from your own experience, you know what it takes to succeed in business. It's and especially because of your especially because of your longevity. It's hard for people to tell other business people what to do if they haven't had a business themselves, because they don't know to pay. But anyway, but they also don't know the great things about it, about being free. They don't know that part either. But and many great things about it, and many trials and tribulations. So you know, as a marketer, what it takes to market your business and stay in business for that long. So that's a plus. Now, give us some of these tools and tips. Tell us about some new technology. Tell us something that we probably don't know, because we're here to learn.
There's so much stuff. The one thing I would say, though, several years ago, I had did an interview online, and it was just kind of letting them know the big three. And really today, it's kind of the same thing. If I were, say, just off the cuff, not knowing a specific situation, what would you need to know? Of course, Facebook. Keep knowing Facebook. Understand that anything that you do in cyberspace needs to be separated to a certain degree, because you're not going to speak out of the same voice on networks. Meaning, the personal Sonia has different things to say than Sonia, which is the founder of Chicago Black Business. You know what I'm saying? So, different voices. You want to make sure that you're visible. When it comes to search and online, you have to be in these certain places, or else you don't exist. You know what I'm saying? So Facebook, you definitely still need to be there, as well as you need to create a business page. Create a page for your business. That's your first website, actually. You definitely are going to need your basic website. There always has to be that starting point. And so you want to have that. But if you're saying it's social, you want to have your Facebook profile as well as business profile set up and optimized. LinkedIn. It's very surprising to me the number of people who are not utilizing it. You definitely need to use your LinkedIn page, as well as LinkedIn has recently, the one thing about social networks you probably noticed, they all kind of tend to emulate each other. The minute one starts doing something and it works, the other one incorporates some of the things into their service. So that is evident with LinkedIn. They're now allowing you to have company pages that you can flesh out. Most people don't take advantage of that. My LinkedIn company page is just LinkedIn/Cohesion-marketing, completely spelled out. And if you don't have your LinkedIn page, I encourage you to go look at mine and see the options that are available to you. Like with everything, it takes time or money. So if you don't want to pay somebody to do it or pay us to do it, you can do it yourself. You just have to take the time to do so, to put your information on there. And newest would be Google+. You want to be there because Google+, and I just reported on this yesterday, they just decided that now when it comes to search terms, they're going to pull from Google+ pages. So basically this is Google's effort. They're strong-arming you to use the service to a certain degree, but as with most things Google, it kind of makes sense to use it. And if they're now looking at a Google+ page and using that in your search results, you want to buff up yours. I noticed that they did it yesterday, and yesterday evening I was Googling something looking for a picture, and you'll see this next time you look at your search, pictures from People's Plus pulls up. So, not even going to touch on the privacy issues in cyberspace, because of those there are many, and privacy is an illusion. But when it comes to a business trying to further their voice, Facebook, LinkedIn, Google+. Those are your big three. And Twitter. So I guess 4. Twitter would have to be considered as well. With every page that you have, you want to optimize it. Again, keep it consistent with your brand. You don't want to have your Facebook saying one thing and your Twitter saying something else and your Google Plus, and, you know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that you have a cohesive brand message. But definitely Facebook, optimize all your pages, make sure you're pulling in your keywords and things of that nature, because you want people to be able to find you. And most of these things are free. As with anything, there are fees associated with, you know, anything that you do. But you can get any of these pages or these accounts for free. And if you have the patience as well as a little bit of know-how and a lot of desire, you can do it yourself. So you don't necessarily have to outsource this, which we do most of our social media business is from outsourcing. So definitely I like that. By all means, if you do want to outsource, call me. But you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Those are the big four. Keep those in your arsenal. There's always going to be more, and depending on whatever your niche is, there's going to be additional ones for your niche. But those four, that's the big four. So definitely upgrade if you haven't done so. I'm going to send you a link, too, because I'm going to need you to grab your name on Facebook, which I'll tell you that offline. But there's a whole bunch of things once you dig into it that you'll see that you know is an option to you, you know, for you to do so. LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+.
Great. Now, we have about 2 minutes left, and I just have a couple of questions because I need to know, what is a backlink? Backlinks.
Well, when we're talking about search terms, backlinks justify what you do or who you are. And by that I mean much of what Google does in their search algorithms, or really any search engine, the way they can say, like if I punch in Chicago black business, it's going to pull up a number of links. Some of them are going to be yours, some of them are going to be other people. So backlinking is when somebody else is linking to you. Like I'm going to add Chicago black business to one of my blog roles. So now I'm going to backlink to you. So when they rate you in terms of search qualifications or search engines, where they're going to place you on the search engine, your backlinks have a lot to do with it, because that quality, valid places are even better, and any kind of that shows energy and activity coming into your blog. So backlinks are just showing one link from one to the other. Whatever
Great.
This link will pull back to mine.
Wonderful. I'm going to learn a bit more about that because I'm going to listen to you on Facebook, Mel The Catalyst. We want to thank you for joining us today, and we want to be sure that we take the time to do this again. Definitely. I appreciate you being with us today on CBBN Journals, and I'm inviting everyone out there. You can call and be a part of what we do. We anticipate doing 100 interviews this year. And, wow, am I going to be smart at the end of the year? I do hope so. That's our goal. So thank you so much, Melissa, for joining us, Mel The Catalyst. You can listen to this show in our archives, and it will be replayed on WJPC FM Chicago Saturday morning.